then they take care of it as if it were their own. They get the benefits, they get the milk, which they can use for cream and cheese and butter, for sustenance for their family. They can also use some of it on the market and have some income. When a calf is born, the calf is sold, and the recipient gets to keep half of the value of the calf, and the other half goes back to the Rotary Community Corps or Welfare Society. So what does this mean? It means that we've created within the villages an organization that wants to improve their community. Like a Rotary Club, they meet weekly. They ask themselves, what can we do to improve our community? And believe me, they've done things on their own without Rotary's assistance. Just the fact that they exist. For example, they might have put lighting out on some of the outdoor lighting to guide some of the pathways through the village. Or when the earthquake struck, they responded. So one of our greatest gifts is just the creation of this Rotary Community Corps. And now it's funded, because every time a calf is sold, they'll get half the value of the calf. So now and with that funding, they can now do school supplies. They can provide notebooks for the children, pencils, clinical supplies, invest in pure water, whatever they, as a community, decide is important.
My personal favorite is the sewing machines, because that empowers the women. They learn how to sew. They sew for their families. Once they get good at sewing, then they can sew for the community. Some of them were giving their sewing projects to the poor, but they can also sell them in the market. It's a skill that they can use for their own families and also for an income. So it empowers them. It gives them a sense of self-worth. So that's my favorite.
Is that favorite anything to do with that sewing machine has to do with women, so that's your favorite, and buffaloes, that's a man's thing, farming and all that stuff, so that's what Ron is more attracted to?
Well, I'm not attracted to water buffalo, but no, the water buffalo project is certainly a wonderful project.
No, it's a fantastic project, and I think it would be very useful if you could do a small write-up on that, and we could specifically put that on the site so that people can look it up and understand exactly what you did, how you did, and what they need to understand if they want to do it in their own district, wherever in the world they may be. Because this is a concept that can be replicated in a lot of developing countries, right, and underdeveloped regions.
Yes, it can be replicated. In fact, again, it doesn't need Rotary. In other words,
it doesn't.
If you form, in fact, this is something that can be replicated, and villagers can do it on their own. They can form a community that meets regularly, and if a few of the wealthy farmers all chip in or donate a water buffalo to this organization, then this organization could live for a long period of time serving the community. It just so happened, in our case, we primed the pump with water buffalo. But it can be done, I'm sure villages can do it on their own as well. They can be self-motivated for the love of their own village.